Hey, Dad, want to hear a joke?
Yeah, want to hear a joke?
What happened to the mad fly in the toilet seat?
I don't know what happened.
It got peed off.
Sloppy Joe, sloppy, sloppy Joe. What gets had every night but almost never in the morning? A pillow. Teacher says, little Johnny, I need you to tell me a story with a moral in it. Little Johnny thinks about it. He says, all right, I got one. King James was troubled by this terrible curse for a very long time. And after many years, this ugly witch comes up and says, I could cure you of your curse. I just need a handsome young knight to marry. So they pick David. David and the witch get married, and that night they go to consummate their marriage, and she turns into this beautiful bride. After they're done, she says, you know, David, this is your choice. I could be beautiful by night or beautiful by day. Which one would you choose? He says, well, I respect you, and I want you to make that decision. Well, what she wanted was the freedom of choice all along, and so she says, okay, I will be beautiful all the time for you. Teacher says, well, that's great, but what's the moral? He says, well, Teach, the moral is, no matter how beautiful your wife is on the outside, she's always going to be an ugly witch underneath.
Hey, Dad.
Yeah, bud?
I got in trouble at school today.
What happened this time?
Well, the teacher asked me to say my favorite joke, so I said, hey, listen. Did you hear about the Native American that drank 50 gallons of tea? Then the teacher says, no. Then I said, well, Teach, he drowned in his own teepee.
I don't know if that's a joke to tell. Little Johnny's in school and all he does is fart all day long. Teacher says, little Johnny, you need to stop. You're disrupting my class. Well, about 10 minutes later, he lets out another big one. And she says, yeah, all right, you come in after school. We need to talk. So little Johnny comes in. She says, what gives? Why are you doing this? He says, because I'm the best farter in all the land and no one can beat me. She says, all right, if I can beat you, will you quit? He says, I will, but I don't think you can. So she takes this construction paper. She lays it down on the ground. She takes some baby powder, puts 2 piles. She said, whoever can blow away the most with their fart wins. So Johnny gets all set up. He farts and he leaves just a little bit of the baby powder. Teacher goes over there. She squats and blows it all away. He says, all right, I'll stop doing it. But you got to show me how you did that so well. So she puts down another pile. She squats down, and just as she's about to fart, little Johnny looks up her dress and he says, well, no wonder you're able to beat me. You got a double barrel.
Hey, Dad.
Yeah, what?
I got in trouble at school today.
What do you mean, what happened?
Well, everybody else was handing in their homework, and then the teacher says, Donnie, where's yours? And then I said, well, Teach, I ate it. And then the teacher says, well, what do you mean you ate it? And then I said, hey, listen, he told me it was a piece of cake. And by the way, it was pretty dry.
That's so bad.